welcome to Ask a Member, a program of the Adrian Area Chamber of Commerce. I'm Ann Hughes, president of the Chamber, and today it's my pleasure to welcome Joie Sprunger.
Thank you, Ann.
From Boutique de Joie. I was thinking about the name of your store instead of your name when I said that. But you have, of course, unique ladies' clothing and accessories in downtown Adrian. How long have you been in business, Joyce?
Well, almost 9 years. It'll be 9 years in August, but I've actually been in Adrian almost 8. The first part of May, I moved over here in 2005.
And you didn't start out here on North Main Street, right?
No, actually, I started in the Home Design Gallery, which used to be the Klein's department store on Maumee, and I was there for about a year and a half. And I moved to my current location, and I really like the location. I have storefront, and it's just been a good fit.
And you have both a front and a rear entrance, which
yes,
I would imagine proves advantageous.
It does. I usually keep my back door locked just because it's hard for me to keep an eye on both entrances, but it does, because with the tea room now and hooligans, there's a lot of people that will come to my back door, so I just run back there and unlock it quick and let everyone in.
Well, it's a long store. It's beautiful inside, the way you got it laid out and your merchandise.
Thanks. I make use of my high walls in there
because
it is pretty narrow. It is pretty narrow. So
how did you get started? How did you decide to do this?
Well, there's many reasons I started. I had always wanted to do this, and I would do some personal shopping for friends when I was out and about at little boutiques. And I had worked in accounting actually for many years, and I just decided I needed a change. I'd gone through some illness and just knew that I wanted to do something different, something that I thought I would enjoy, and I wanted to make a difference in women's lives. So it was kind of all about making women feel good about themselves. So that's really kind of how I started, and I actually started in my home and was there for about 6 months. It was just a little boutique, really more oriented towards home gifts and that, and with just a few things of jewelry and a few clothing items. And 6 months later, I was talked into coming to Adrian, and so I went into the Home Design Gallery, and so I've been in Adrian ever since.
That's great.
Yeah.
Tell us about your products. I mean, you've got everything. You've got gifts and vintage jewelry and, personal items and clothing of all kinds.
Well, I'm always on the hunt. I have a couple of major lines that I carry that really I've kept up with since I've started every year, that are a little bit larger lines, but I'm always trying to find something different, something that we don't possibly see in our area. So I've kind of made it a goal that if not every year, every other year, I try to go to a market that's not in our area, like farther than Chicago, like maybe it would be LA or Las Vegas or whatever, and I look for some lines for possibly a designer, whatever, that has a small grouping of items that, that we don't see around here, that's maybe an up-and-coming designer, and so they don't go to markets that are way out, or they don't go to markets that aren't local, or local to our area. And so sometimes you pick up something different that you don't see.
Can you describe one of those collections or some of the items you brought back?
Yeah, excuse me. A few years ago, I went to a market, and there was a girl from Missouri there, young. She'd gone to school and really had decided that she wanted to break out on her own, and she designed these skirts that she made out of ties, and she had these boas, which the skirts didn't really appeal to me so much, but the boas were absolutely beautiful, and they were made out of ties and yarn, and that just really different. And since then, now she's opened a storefront of her own in St. Joe, Missouri. So, but she only did a couple of markets, and I think she got her name out there that way. And so it was something to bring to the area that we didn't see around here.
So are you still purchasing from her?
Actually, no, because every so often you just have to change it up a little bit, and you try to find something different. So, so no, I don't actually buy from her now. But
describe, if you can, Joyce, your line. If somebody brand new to Boutique de Joie walked in the door, what are they going to see?
Lots of different apparel lines. Tribal's one of the main lines that I carry, but like I said, and I try to mix it up. I try to bring in some small lines. Like there's a couple of lines from Montreal that I like. Things that, there's some traditional clothing items that I carry, but there's also some lines that I carry that are more unusual, pieces that maybe that you wouldn't find necessarily like at Elder Behrman's or some of the major department stores, and fun items. But here's the beauty. I can't tell you the number of times that I have clients that will come in and say, oh, I wore this, I made a trip to Florida or to California or whatever, and I, got out a piece that I got like 4 or 5 years ago from you, Joyce, and I had so many compliments on it. And that's the thing, a lot of the items that I look for are things that really are timeless. You might wear them this season, you might put them away for a couple years and then get them back out, and they're really timeless. You can wear them for a lot of years to come. So
because in this day and age, a nice article of clothing is an investment.
Yeah, it is.
You don't want to just be able to feel you can wear it for one season or 1 year, and then you need to, take it to the resale shop and go buy something else.
Exactly. I know exactly what you're saying. And I carry several different jewelry lines. I have a beautiful selection of scarves. Some of them range from $15 to $20 up past $100. So even though there's a lot of articles in my store that are higher end, there's also a lot of things that are less expensive. I have a lot of gifts that are, between $10 and $15, and there's some that are under 10. There's a soap line that I carry that has these beautiful little sponges. They look kind of like a flower shape, and they sell for like $11.75 or $11.50. Those are a nice gift. You wet them, you use them in the shower, you just kind of squeeze them out, and they say 10 plus washes on them, but you can use them for about 2.5 months actually. They are one of the nicest gifts that people come in and they'll buy them for a gift, or they receive them for a gift. They'll turn around and buy one or two for themselves because they like them so well. Yeah, that's a really nice line too. It's a European soap line. So.
Okay. I know you've got shoes too.
Yes, I do. I probably have one of the largest selections of a line called Lindsay Phillips. They do everything from ballerina flats to sandals and heels, and usually they have either a snap or a strap that you replace on it. The shoes that are called strap shoes, they Velcro on, and you just take the Velcro piece off and you put new straps on. It totally changes the look of your shoe.
Really?
So they're great for travel wear because you can get by with taking maybe 2 pairs of shoes on as opposed to like 6 or 7. And with the cost of
You've looked at my suitcase.
Yeah, well, most people, I myself. So, and the ballerina flats, you change the snaps on them, and there's other styles as well that you change the snaps on, and it totally changes the look of the shoe. And just really a nice shoe line. And then there's another line that I carry that's called Desario. They are a little bit higher end shoe, but they are made in the United States, which I love. So, so both those lines I carry, but the Lindsay Phillips line, I have probably one of the largest selections in our area.
No, I think that's important to know. And the fact that your merchandise is different.
Thank you.
It doesn't make any sense to buy something that you can go out to the mall and find.
Yeah.
You need to be unique like you are.
Thank you. I have to say this because there's a couple of girls that actually work for Maurice's, and they're sweet girls, and they've come in and they love my Lindsay Phillips shoe line. So it's nice to intermix with other businesses that you send people here or there if you don't have what they have or have what they want or what they're looking for.
And that's what it's all about, is cross-promoting and helping other businesses grow at the same time. It all comes back and helps you as well.
Yes.
So, what was the scariest thing when you opened your business?
Scariest? I don't really know what I'd say to that. Just, you want your name to get out there. It's probably going and buying and not knowing for sure what to buy because you're not sure. At that point, I wasn't really sure what my target age was going to be. And since I've been opened this long, I have a lot of people ask, do you get a lot of college students in? And I really don't. I get a few in, but I don't get a lot in. What I've learned is that you can't be everything to everybody. And that's the hardest thing, is knowing that you can't do that because you're a limited space, and you just have to try to make sure that I have tried to have something for like the 20, the 30, the 40, all the way up age group. It is difficult though. That's probably the toughest thing of going to market is, trying to decide who you think would wear this or who would an underwear line, that lingerie line that's called Hanky Panky. It's been around for years. So, yeah, I have a lot of different things, really.
Okay, very good. What's new for this summer? Last question.
Lots of color. If you walk into my store, you're going to see lots of corals, pink, yellow, a lot of bright colors, which I'm glad for because it seemed for a while my store looked like I was walking into a black, white, gray. And I'm like, okay, I'm ready for some color. And so lots of the bottoms are crop pants and that are in color this year, which is really nice. They were in last year, but I've brought more in this year. So.
Okay, and where can people find you?
I'm located on 120 North Main Street. I'm in between Ambet's and Sala's law office, so across from Alana's and pretty much.
It's a good block downtown.
Yes, it is good block.
It really is.
Right down the street from you, Ann.
That's right. We're neighbors now.
Yeah.
And what's your phone number if they want to call you?
It's 517-673-8307.
Okay, so ladies, stop into Boutique de Joie for all your spring and summer wear and gifts as well as items for yourself.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Joyce.
Thank you.